Every year, 1.9 million tonnes of food is wasted in the UK's supply chain, and tonnes of it could be redistributed to feed people each year as millions across the country struggle to afford to eat. Joining me in the studio now are Jack, William and Libbie Russel, who are part of a charity that's campaigning to make use of food thrown away by supermarkets. Thank you very much for coming in. So Libbie, just tell me a bit about why you first got involved with this movement.
It started when I was at university, and just during my degree I started dumpster diving, and I realised how much food was thrown away. And then as I got more into it, I realised like it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and there's more and more. So we started an art project called Food Waste Cafe, and that was feeding people in an art context without any money involved. And then when we left uni, we were like, how do we make this sustainable? So it grew into a CIC, and now it's Curb, and we distribute food, and it's pay as you feel.
So Curb is a local charity that you're both involved with.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about some of the things involved, Jack.
Well, we run events, we cater for groups. So like the other week we catered for the Women's Institute, and we cooked all their food made out of complete just food waste, and they pay us on a pay as you feel basis depending on what the food on their plate is worth in their minds.
And do you make money then from that, and what does it go towards?
Well, no one's paid, so we're all volunteers.
Okay.
So it goes towards things like we really need a space, because at the moment we just do pop-ups. We need a space to like feed people out of, and then we could get rid of a lot more food a lot easier. We have a van, so it pays for things like public liability insurance, van insurance, keeping the van going.
Yeah.
So yeah, just running costs really.
And you're also running a half marathon, Jack, and your challenge is in the training period, which we're in now, I assume, considering that it's in a month's time.
Yeah.
You're only eating food that is waste food. So how are you going about that?
I'm dumpster diving quite a bit, and I get a nice care package every week from other volunteers who build up these nice packages of fruits and vegetables and drop it around to my house. And it's really easy. I'm actually eating so much better than I would before doing this. So I'm eating way more vegetables, lots of rice, quinoa, just like food, just so much, just general good food, and it's really not made any impact on my diet at all, if only made it better.
So you're not struggling at all to find actual food to eat?
No, I'm also raising money. So last night I cooked for my windsurfing society at university. I cooked a massive pot of chilli, and all that came from the bin as well, and they really enjoyed that, so it's not a struggle.
So how come there is so much food that just doesn't seem to make it to our plates and doesn't seem to make it anywhere? What's going on?
Oh, it's just it's a problem with the whole system. So food's wasted at like every point it could be. So like when the farmers make it, there's stuff like cosmetic standards, so they have to get rid of a great deal because it doesn't look the way it should, or it's not the right size. And then it's shipped to wherever it's like here, for example. And then loads of it's been ruined in the journey because it's shipped from far away. And then when it gets to a warehouse, like a supermarket warehouse, it's cold again. And then when it gets to the supermarket, then there's date labels. And sometimes we find things in bins that's like ripen at home avocados, and they're still not ripe, but they've been thrown away because they've got a date on them. They're not even ready to eat yet. So yeah, there's a whole problem with the whole system that just needs to be.
So it's just all the way throughout. And I mean, there has been a lot of talk about this, or you're calling it dumpster diving, but essentially it's getting food from big rubbish bins. First of all, can you just talk about the practicalities of that? Well,
it depends. It's relatively easy. Like you just go.
It's quite fun as well.
Yeah, it's like, well,
so
yeah.
I think it's fun. It's not kind of disgusting, because a lot of people would think.
No,
not at all.
it's like,
how are these rubbish bins so clean then?
I don't know. I guess they clean them a lot, but I mean, everything they throw away is like almost everything's packaged, and then it's inside more bags. So, and the bins themselves, I guess they clean them quite frequently. So, I mean, some people, when you say you go dumpster diving, they imagine like a household bin. It's not like that at all. It's like getting out of a metal container that it's meant to be in. So
Right.
you don't get dirty at all, usually.
And there are issues to do with the legality of this, because, you know, if the bin is on private property or if it's locked, then, you know, you could be done for trespassing or stealing. Is that something that concerns you, Jack?
It does concern me, but I mean, I look at the bigger picture, and we waste a third of our food. And there are people starving, there are people who don't have access to food, people who can't afford food, and we're just throwing it away at every opportunity we possibly can. And it just makes me so mad that I really just have to stand up and do something about that.
And is taking things from rubbish bins that are not your rubbish bins, is that the thing to do?
At the moment it is. Before we can, we need to change how we, like the system, basically. So like we need to get rid of cosmetic standards. And before we do all of that, the things that we collect is just the tip of the iceberg. And so we're just trying to make awareness about that.
And supermarkets have also been involved in kind of trying to reduce their food waste, because I think many supermarkets do admit that it is a problem, but they also find it difficult. What do you think of that?
Well, we do have like sort of contracts with some supermarkets that are willing to give us food so that we can redistribute it, and then a lot of supermarkets do give to things like food banks, but they have a lot of restrictions as well that they just can't get around. Like they can't give out out-of-date food even if it's fit for consumption. And you can only collect from a food bank if you're on certain benefits, and only a few times a year. So there's still a lot of problems, and I think, working with supermarkets is the way forwards, but we've got a lot of work to do. So.
Well, Libbie, Jack, thank you very much both for coming in. Good luck on your half marathon as well next month, and with all your future projects. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.